Babe?
It's a boy, but...
Welcome back to the channel, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Walker Farm Fam. Thanks for stopping by and joining us today on the farm. And Ransom, guess what?
What?
This Saturday is the first day of fall, but on Walker Farm, guess what happened today?
What?
Fall came early with a brand new baby on the farm. So we're excited to show you guys that in just a little bit. But first, I've been busy today, Ransom.
What?
I've been getting a new pasture ready for the goat and sheep herd. You want to go show them the new pasture and turn them out?
Mm-hmm.
You have your very own shepherd's hook or crook, or what is that called, Cassie?
Either?
Well,
Shepherd's hook.
Ransom says shepherd's hook. So you want to go out and help us turn them out?
Yeah.
So before I forget, this video is sponsored by Element. They're going to keep me hydrated on a hot day today.
Ransom apparently has been drinking some Gatorade.
Yeah, I saw that he had some red lips
Where they get their hair...
and a red mustache.
Where they get their hair cut, there's a lobby where they watch YouTube and get drinks. And I think there's usually snacks, but there wasn't any. So I make sure to tip extra well because I'm pretty sure our kids eat and drink a lot.
They just help themselves.
I don't sit in there with them. I sit in another side.
Sue is out here making her own little bed out of our catch net. She looks pretty comfortable, doesn't she, Ranger?
Yeah.
So we got all the other animals taken care of already because tonight is church night, and on church night we don't have a whole lot of extra time. We got to get to church. So we're gonna head out and turn the goats and sheep onto their new pasture, but I'm gonna show you a little bit earlier today, getting it prepared, and you even get a sneak peek of today's surprise.
I've been working in these fields, plowing and planting, trying to make good yields. Last year's hailstorm nearly did me in. Not much seed to fill the grain bin. My daddy was a farmer, so I followed in his shoes. Not because I had to, nah, it was something I wanted to do. There's something about the clean air and the smell of fresh dirt, and putting in an honest day of hard work. The debt goes up and the dollar goes down, but every year they put it in the ground. Willing to make that sacrifice, even though they might lose half the price. There's a line of old trucks on Main Street, headed back and forth, their beds filled with wheat. Busiest time of year this town has seen since last fall when the boys were hauling beans. The debt goes up and the dollar goes down, but every year they put it in the ground. Willing to make that sacrifice, even though they might lose half the price.
So that went great. This is the first time I've got to brush hog very much with the John Deere tractor, and it does awesome compared to my old tractor. I can't even hardly tell it's back there. So right now I'm gonna go take it back up to the house and fill it up with fuel, and I've got to get something for myself. I'm gonna get back here and start putting this fence up. When we're doing work on the farm, we have to take time to fuel up. So while I'm filling up the tractor, I'm going to fuel myself with a tasty electrolyte drink mix called Element. Element has everything you need and nothing you don't. That's right, it has all the salt without any sugar. When you work and sweat, the primary electrolyte lost is sodium. An active person can lose up to 7 grams per day. When sodium is not replaced, it's common to experience muscle aches and fatigue. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio. It has 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Right now, Element is offering my viewers a free sample pack with any order. That's 8 single-serving packets free with any Element order. This is a great way to try all 8 flavors or share Element with a salty friend. Get yours at drinkelement.com/Walker Farm Fam. This deal is only available through my link. You must go to drinklmnt.com/Walker Farm Fam. So I finished up brush hogging out here. You can see it looks a lot cleaner. Some of you may be wondering, why did I do that instead of just letting the animals eat it off? Well, there are a lot of weeds out here. You can see weeds like this and then weeds like that that cover up good grasses down below. So we want to kill all of those weeds. Right now in the fall is a good time to kill them and make sure that the cows and goats, sheep, whatever can get under there and eat that. So I'm going to be brush hogging this a little later on. Definitely not today. But right now, I'm going to start putting up this Premier 1 fencing. The electric netting that we use, it works really well for our animals. So I brought out this one on the tractor. You saw that. I'm going to try to get it up all the way around. And this is my project for the day. So to set up this fence, all I have to do is move this fence over so it goes down to that end. And then the new one I brought out, I'll set it up as well. So I know I might sound like a broken record, but I have had more compliments on our fence by doing this than anybody has said anything to me about anything else on my place almost. So whenever you guys see the fence, we're about ready to stretch it, we're gonna go up here and brace to a T-post behind. We're just gonna use zip ties to tie that off. And all that does is it makes it a little bit tighter. And if there's ever an emergency and something tries to break the fence, these zip ties will break. So that's your weakest point. So using zip ties, T-post makes a big difference on this fence. So while I was working up here, I looked down in the pasture and I noticed one cow that's standing all by herself. And if my eyes aren't deceiving me, I think we have a brand new baby calf. Goodness, that has to be one of the smallest calves I have ever seen. And it looks like it's doing okay. But look how small it is, guys. Wow. It's tiny. Looks like it was just born. I'm not gonna hurt you, Mama. Just take care of your baby. That's Cece. I'm gonna have to check on this calf quite a bit though. So we have our final fence up and you can see all the area they have to graze now. They're gonna be some happy sheep and some happy goats, especially the sheep because they love grass. So now I just need to go hook up power, and when Ransom gets home, we'll be back at it feeding the animals, and I'm gonna wait for him and Ranger to help me turn these animals in. So Cassie's new baby doll ram, Sir Francis Drake, is fitting right in, isn't he, Cass?
I'll get him away.
Yep. We don't. You're okay, baby. I know I've told you to be leery of him, but come on. He hasn't been mean so far, but we don't turn our back. We don't pet on him. So the lady that we got had her Dolly. You're videoing, girl. No, you're fine. Don't act scared of him. That's why that turkey does that to you. They sense fear. Just be normal. The lady we got our baby dolls from told us to, 1, never buy a baby doll ram that's been bottle fed, because she says that makes them too friendly. 2, she said never pet them on the head. Like, I have to remind myself, I almost did it because my instinct when my animals are close is to do that. But she said to never pet them on the head because that's showing like you want to dominance and things. Like if a ram hits, they hit head. So she said not to do that. She said never to turn your back on them, but don't treat them like the other ones in petting and pets and all that because they're too powerful. And if you get comfortable and think, oh, this is my pet, walk away and he hits you in the rear end, it's not going to be good. So she said always remember to watch him and treat him with respect, not a pet.
And so far he hasn't tried to do anything as far as ramming goes, but we do want to keep an extra close eye on him. So I don't know if the goat herd will listen as good as they used to. Our Kiko goats used to really listen. But I'm going to turn them into their brand new pasture that we got prepared. Goats, 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 goats. Sheep, 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 sheep. Mazzy, how was your school today?
Good.
You look awfully pretty in a, I call that a farm dress?
Yeah, sure.
So it's chapel day at school, but it's also church tonight. So Mazzy's just going to keep her dress on. Here they come. Sheep, sheep, sheep.
Come on, baby!
So this is one of my favorite things, is turning them out to a brand new pasture. Oh, they like those weeds. I cut a bunch of those weeds down because I didn't think you guys would like them.
One of these weed people said was poisonous. Hopefully it's not that one or you're going to get 1,000 comments.
So now they have twice as much area and plenty of space to roam and eat. Hey, Dolly. Yeah, this is Dolly. You want to pet her? Just go over there. She's all right. She'll let you pet her right now. She's a little pet.
She hates me.
She doesn't hate you.
You can go pet her. She's just seeing grass. Oh, never mind.
They're gonna be chasing grass for the next few minutes because they haven't been on this pasture in a long time and they love brand new pastures. This is like you going to a pizza buffet, Mazzy.
She doesn't like me.
She likes you, just not
She
a whole
doesn't
lot.
remember me.
Just not as much as the grass.
She used to follow me.
Well, go try to pet her. I bet you if you had treats, she would like you even more. What's that? So while they're over here grazing their brand new pasture, I think we're gonna go take a sneak peek at the baby goats because the kids haven't got to play with them very much. They've been busy in school and stuff. So,
but since we got the ram, I haven't been letting them come in out here by themselves until everybody kind of learns each other. But still, you just can't trust a ram because the problem is when his ewes are in heat, that's when he's going to be more dominant and protected, and he thinks he's doing his job when we think we're not doing anything wrong, and we don't know when the ewes are in heat, so we just always got to be smart. Mazzy, grab that one before he comes out.
Whoa.
It's okay.
Oh, yeah. It's okay.
Go on, Bama.
Now we push me. Hold it. Oh, it's so cute. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a sheep, but it's sheep.
it's a goat.
Oh, is that a sheep?
It's a little. It's a little
look, this
boy
one's
goat.
eyes.
And
This is
one
Allie.
is Allie, and it's a girl.
Allie
Allie
and
and
Bama.
Bama. Allie and Bama. Oh, so cute.
This one's got blue eyes.
I want to hold Allie. Hold mine.
Okay. So the goats are to the age now that they are doing well on their own. Mama comes back and feeds them when they need it, and they get to kind of hang out together now. They get trusted a little bit more.
Don't drop him.
So who's your favorite,
Did
Cassie?
you hear that laugh?
Yeah, the laughing rooster's getting a lot more laughable.
Well, I love that she's a doe, and I love that she has blue eyes.
I
I really like her coloring too. I like his coloring, but I really like this coloring.
I like this one. I like this one because it's more calm,
More calm.
I think.
He's pretty
He
calm
loves
dude.
me.
If you guys want to see the dads to these over at LG Homestead, our friend Lori and Greg over there, probably gonna get this wrong, but Rocky is this one's dad and Chase is this one's dad. So I'm pretty sure that's
They
correct.
look like twins though.
They're not even the same color.
No, like eternal.
You have a fly on the bill of your hat that's been there for like 10 minutes.
Oh look,
Laying eggs.
I've got a fly on the bill of my hat that's been there for
Ready?
10 minutes. Oh,
Oh
he
my-
was alive.
Was he laying eggs?
I don't know what it was doing. All right, guys, you
I'm keeping this goat in my
happy
room.
with the new kids?
I'm keeping it in my room. Come on.
No, I don't think that's an option, Mazzy.
My mama's might have told
Yeah,
us to stay
why don't you go ahead and put them back in their shelter together.
Never forget me. I
little
love
gnats bite
you. No, I'm doing it. Oh, it's okay. Stay in there.
All right, now let's walk away. Let's walk
I
away.
want to get the tall ones like this at the next stop.
So that is the goat story here at Walker Farm. Shelby, come. Shelby, come. So if some of you have seen us trimming Tom Henry's wings on one of our last videos, we did that and he has not gotten out since. So it does work. Some people were worried we trim both sides instead of only trimming one side, but trimming both sides worked just fine. So over at Bar 7 Ranch, Cody has really got Erica getting the gates for him every time they go up to a gate because I think she really loves him a whole lot. Do you love me?
Yeah, but she self-titled herself Gate Getter.
Okay. What's your title?
That's why I got a kid in the back. Hey, Gate Getter! See? Look. Look, in the mirror.
All right, but
He knows
sometimes
his role.
he has problems opening the gate. So will you help him if he needs it?
Yes.
Okay, Missy.
Come on, Gate Getter.
Ransom, I'm sorry Mama's making you get the gate. I sure thought she was going to do it for you. Remember, lift up the back and push out. Push towards the sky.
Somebody gets these chains too tight.
How many cows do you see out? Oh, I guess it must be just right then. All the chickens love feed time. Come on, guys. Cheek, 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 cheek. Cassie's gonna have to pick between roosters because she has that rooster over there, but then there's a new, very pretty rooster right here. Who's gonna be the winning rooster, Cass?
Barred Rock's gonna be the keeper because I got some roosters growing out up there that I want to keep as well. So Kobe, the Mississippi rooster, he's probably gonna be finding a new home. He is beautiful, but the Barred Rock is what I'm gonna end up keeping. And then if the Barred Rock out of the Kids 4-H project ends up being better, I'll call a rooster again. So my hope is out of those black copper Morans that I gonna hatch, that I'll get a rooster out of there. So it's always move roosters around. Also, it's a hard choice though, because once we get a rooster that doesn't bother us and the kids and things like that, it's hard to let them go because the last thing we want is to end up with a mean rooster.
So how many eggs do you think we have?
8.
11.
Oh, I almost said 12.
But this is a brand new one right here. See that little bitty white one?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that one either in a long time or before, so.
Usually the Arizona chickens lay those.
You guessed 11?
Whatever.
Ransom won, imagine that. So there is your daily chicken update, but now it's time for Cassie and Ransom to see the brand new baby calves.
Tall grass scares me that you're gonna run over a baby calf.
Well, I'm gonna stay on the trail that I see in front of me so I can at least see the ground.
How did you see the baby when you were brush hogging?
No, I was working on the Premier One fencing. It was right over here. And then I saw the cow standing by herself down here at the bottom. So I'm gonna go down to the bottom and that's where we'll feed at. And hopefully we'll get to see the calf.
Laying under the tree. Hey there, Blackberry. See, that's why it makes me nervous driving. See if it's a boy or a girl. Babe?
It's a boy, but I don't know if it's doing so hot. Here.
Babe, you got it?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Back,
Here.
Okay.
Let's see
Okay.
if it'll take care of it.
Okay. Then take care of it, baby. It's getting up. That's good. You can't just lay there in the flies. We can put some iodine on its umbilical cords if that's what it is.
So it was kind of sleeping, I think.
Oh, okay.
It came to life.
So typically we don't do anything. They take care of it all, but when Gary checked, it didn't do much and it laid there, and then flies were on it, which it's fly season and it has afterbirth on it. But I didn't think it could stand up, but it's standing up.
Yeah, it's standing up. It's a little bull calf. I'm right here,
You
Mama.
scared me a while ago when I yelled babe because her horns.
Yeah, they get really
You
close.
weren't looking. And Blackberry was coming 800 miles an hour.
I would like for it to go nurse. Let's see if it will nurse. All right, let's back up a little bit. So
We need
this
to come
is
back out tonight.
this is all part of it. You sometimes have calves, and that calf is tiny, which I know Highland calves are tiny,
We ain't used to that.
and we're
either.
not used to it. But I would really like to see it nursing, so I'll probably come back in just a little bit and double check it. But you can see now the cow is pushing it against her. She's looking for that pile of grain.
Well, and it's standing up. I tried to stand it up and it didn't, but like you said, I think it was conked out.
And there's plenty of milk there, so there's plenty of milk in her bag, so hopefully she'll start drinking. I'd like to see him drink, but we'll keep a close eye on him. And tonight, if he's not
She's got some stuff hanging out over your video.
staying with him, then we'll have to go a second route, which would be getting colostrum and starting it on a bottle, which I do not want to do. I want that cow to raise that calf, and that's how you know you have a good cow, is they raise a calf. So I would like to grab that out of the back,
I
but
know, I was going to say, you going to grab it or me? Because that's also bringing flies.
well, she's on alert. So.
Which brings coyotes. Hang on, she's either going to pee or do something.
So the kids are at church, Cassie's at church, and we came back down here to check on this calf. The only thing I was a little bit worried about earlier was it had a few flies on it, and I know that they can be susceptible to flies and fly strikes, so we're gonna come down here and see if we can see it and just check on it in general. So we found the calf and sprayed it with some fly spray down around its umbilical cord to keep the flies back. And Mama's not happy about it, but there's not a whole lot to do. Give her some fly spray too. But I'll come back in just a little bit and check on it. It's standing up, its ears are up, but if it doesn't do anything else, we'll probably have to take it to the house and try to give it a tube with some medicine. So, such a little guy. You better come take care of it, Mama. So the cow, I don't know what's going on exactly, but she came over here and just knocked it down on its side, and it's pretty weak as it begins. So I think the only thing left to do at this point is take it to the house, try to get some medication in it. It's just too weak. And try to get it on a bottle probably. So that's gonna be the next thing. So as much as I hate to take one away from their mama, she was pushed it over whenever she came over here by it, and I just don't think it's strong enough to get up and fight and suck and do what it needs to do. So we're going to intervene, take it to the house, and see if we can get it going. So before we end the video, a quick update for you on the calf. We have given him colostrum, we have given him electrolytes, and he is currently inside the house in our bathtub. In our master bathroom, we have a big tub. We place towels around him to make sure that he is sitting in the right position. His feet are placed correctly, his head is getting correctly to where he can breathe, and he's away from the flies, he's away from everything. So what happened? I think the calf either was not getting any milk or enough milk, and a combination of the heat, which it was only 80 degrees today. So that's not a severe temperature. A calf should be able to survive just fine. Also, the calf is really small. I didn't get a exact weight on him, but he's really small. So at this point, all the kids said a prayer for them as they went to bed. We said a prayer for him. We've started giving him a bottle, but he wouldn't really suck it that well, so we ended up giving him a tube, and we got all the nutrients down in his belly that he needs to survive. So at this point, all we can do is say a prayer, and hopefully he will bounce back. So there's your update. I'll have more coming out in the next day or two. Hopefully I'll let you know what the status is, but this is farm life. So it's been about 24 hours since we first saw the calf, and I have some very sad news. The little bull calf did not make it. So he progressively got worse. I don't remember when I stopped videoing, but we did everything we could. I know we don't always show everything, but we try to share when people have questions or need help. So the things that we use to try to help the calf, we use this formula 911. It's a hydration and energy. We also got as much of the colostrum replacement. This is a Purina brand, birth day 1, and we got as much of that down the baby bull calf as we could, because to us he seemed dehydrated, like he didn't drink any colostrum or didn't get enough. Since he didn't have a whole lot of strength, we couldn't get him to take a bottle, so we used a tube. So you basically just put the tube in their throat, avoid the esophagus, but in the throat, down to the stomach, and then it takes about 2 or 3 minutes to put a bag of liquid down in the little bull calf's stomach. So we tried everything, and we stayed up really late last night. We actually had him in the house in a bathtub, and just to kind of give him some form fitting to make him sit upright. Also, about every hour or two, I would rub on his legs and try to make him stand up and try to make him do the things that he needed to do. But in the end, it turns out he was a really, really small calf, and he did not make it. I don't know if he was premature or not, but he weighed around 29 to 30 pounds. Whenever I weighed him on the scales in the house, he weighed about 29 to 30 pounds. So I've never had a calf in my arms. I've never picked one up as light as him. So that's another thing, that he may not have been quite ready to be born He may have been born a little early, but you guys saw in the video, he was up and walking around. But if he did not get his colostrum from his mama, that takes all his immune defense away, and it really takes away his first start. So that's what happened to this calf. I can tell you, as long as you have animals and cattle, things like this are going to happen. It's unfortunate. It was our very first calf of the fall, but that's the way it goes sometimes. We got to keep going ahead, and we'll be watching out for the next calves to hit the ground and try to take care of them. But honestly, the minute I pulled him away from his mama, I knew that it was going to be a really, really tough road for him to go. That's just the way it is. But we did get a lot of stuff done yesterday. We got the sheep and goats in a new field. Don't forget to go check out Element, and I'll have the link down in the description. If you're interested in that at all, go check it out. So thank you guys for following along. I hate to end the video with bad news, but I hope you have a great day. God bless, and we'll see you next time.